Cameras in the back ready. As the Tucson Regional Game 5 post-game press conference with Dallas Baptist, we have head coach Dan Hefner, student athletes Ethan Mann, Miguel Santos. Questions for coach and players?
Coach, it looked like closer just seemed to lose the control there. I mean, was that pretty uncharacteristic of him?
Yeah, Connor's been outstanding for us all season. I mean, you can see it in his numbers, and we're not in this position without him. He's had game after game where he's shut it down in big situations. I think the bigger story today is just Grand Canyon played an outstanding game, and they really swung the bats. I mean, they had 19 hits. Our guys, I think we've got a really good pitching staff with guys that have good stuff, and they have not been hit like they got hit today. So I'm going to give the credit to Grand Canyon for playing a great game, and they deserve to move on after doing that.
From your end, though, it looked like coming into this regional, Tom Poole had maybe 27 RBI and then just kind of erupts in this. I mean, have you been waiting for that kind of production from him? And, like, what was it about this regional for him?
Yeah, he's really been doing it for about the last month. He got off to a good start for us, had that little stretch that everybody's going to have, and kind of hit into some bad luck for a while, like just the conditions that he hit. He's been hitting the ball really hard all season long. He had some tough conditions, and then, really started catching his groove come the end of the year, the last third of the season. So obviously he had a great tournament, but he's been doing that for us for about the last 6 weeks.
Yeah, Coach, there was a couple of infield errors and then a couple of base runners picked off at second. I mean, are those things you kind of look back at, of what could have been?
Definitely. I mean, every time you lose a game, you're going to go back and look through the different things you could have done different and the what ifs. But yeah, I mean, it's a 2-run game, so every base runner matters. But again, I'm just going to go with, tip our cap to Grand Canyon. They did a great job.
For Ethan and Miguel, I know it's so fresh in all this, but just what you guys have been able to accomplish this season, is it important to keep an eye on what you've been able to have done and not base it just on getting eliminated?
Yeah, definitely. I think we talked about it after the game, but I don't think there were very high expectations for this team coming into the year just because of the team we had last year and how many people we lost. But I think this team over-exceeded what everybody expected, and I'm proud of the way they played every game with the chip on their shoulder. We came out. We were the underdogs every game we played, it felt like, but we went out there and we played the game the right way.
Yeah, and Ethan, in a game like this where it's just going back and forth and it seems like it's all about offense, does that put extra pressure when both fielding the ball and at the plate that everything has to be perfect because the runs are just constantly scoring?
I say it's only amount of pressure you only put on yourself. It's like the only thing you can control. Like, I'm in left field. Only thing I can control is tracking fly balls down, throwing them in, and just trust my pitching. And then when I'm hitting, all I can do is go up there and try to hit the ball hard and just trust my guys behind me.
Do we have any more questions? Okay, thank you guys.
Thanks.
good in the back. All right, welcome to the Tucson Regional Game 5 postgame presser for Grand Canyon with head coach Greg Wallace, student athletes Walter Quinn and Eddie Pelk. We have questions for the head coach or athletes?
Yeah, Coach, just talk about the resiliency of this team being down 8-3, and then you guys erupted in the, fifth, sixth inning.
Yeah, we got down. It was 8-3. It might have even been 9-3 at one point, and they just kept fighting. And the feeling in the dugout was always positive. It was always like, we're going to do this. And that was a special feeling to be a part of. And it's because of these guys sitting to my left and all the guys in the dugout right now. But it was just a really, really special game.
Yeah, for anybody here, just considering the expectations of a 4 seed and to find yourself now into a regional final, certainly there's much more to go. But what do you think it says about programs that get in from the 1-bid kind of leagues?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know that we were just thinking of this in terms of we're a 4 seed or anything like that. I think we were just approaching it like, let's go play great baseball. Let's go have fun as a team and see what happens. And yes, I think that there's good baseball all over the country. So, and I think what we're doing here shows that our conference is really, really good. And that prepared us to come in here and take on great teams like University of Arizona and Dallas Baptist. Those are great programs right there. So our conference has definitely prepared us for that.
Eddie, it seems like you're enjoying hitting in this park. What is it about this place that works for you?
I think it's just, playing for the guys beside me, trying to keep the line moving and pulling for each other. We've played here a couple times, so there's some familiarness to the park, but just playing together.
And Walter, the finishing it off there with the amount of pitching that you guys have had to use already and now have to use going on, I mean, how important was it for you to have your best stuff?
Yeah, I think that was a really big deal because, we've got some pitchers that are banged up, and so just being able to use everyone we have and being able to get length out of everyone, I'm just very thankful that Wally put me in there and he trusted me to keep going, even with a slightly rocky first inning, just that he trusts me to keep on going, and so I just had to show it right there.
Go to the back.
Coach, kind of on that note, the game just ended, but what's the plan moving forward, especially for tonight after, West Virginia got to sit around today and not play in the heat so far? What's the plan for you guys?
Just go do it again. I haven't even caught my breath yet from that exciting win. So we'll see kind of who they're throwing and, who's available. Like Walter said, we've got some guys that are going to have to step up because we do have some guys banged up. But all the guys who pitched yesterday came up to me and said, I want the ball again. So we're at the point in the season, especially where these seniors are just saying, just give me the ball, I want to go. So I think that we're just excited that we get to play tonight and go have a ton of fun.
In a tournament like this or in a format like this, do you have to go back and look at anything from last night since you all just played West Virginia, or is that so fresh, and even for the players as well, that you really don't have to go back and look at anything, you just kind of recall it all?
Yeah, it's just, at this point, yeah, it's just like a weekend series. I think by game 2, we just played them yesterday. So by game 2, our pitching coach will have a little bit better idea. We'll have a little bit better idea of what they're going to do schematically as a team. But it's pretty quick turnaround. So I don't know that we're even thinking about that yet. We'll figure that out here in the next half hour or so.
Wally, as much as the bats turned around, when you were down 8-3 and Eli and Alton made those plays in the 5th inning, did that feel like a momentum shift?
That did. I felt like there was a turn right there because the game could have got away, and Eli makes the great play at the plate, and we were pretty sure that we had an out, and so that's why we challenged it. That got overturned, and then we felt like they were going to get aggressive right there because it just kind of felt like their style. So we called an extended, outside pitch that was going to give Alton a great chance to throw on, and I did feel like that started the momentum shift in our favor. And then the bats just got hot. These guys, Eddie Pelk and the guys, they took short swings all day against really good pitching. The guys that we did, I don't even know how many hits we got. 19 hits. The starting pitcher had a 170 average against. So for us to do that it was incredible.
In the back.
Greg, your guys' first NCAA tournament win. a few days ago, and now in your first regional final appearance. What does that mean for GCU and for the program overall?
I mean, it's a huge moment. It's a huge moment. It's a special moment. The coaching staff talked about this before the game, that this is the new standard for us. I'm getting a bit emotional because I've been here for 12 years, and this is what we've been building towards. And I just hope that these guys, we said at the beginning of the year that this group was going to be the group to take this program further than it's ever been, and that's going to be the legacy for our seniors that have been here for. It was just the coaching staff talking earlier that we hope this is the new standard, and we looked across the field at Dallas Baptist and said, that's what we want. They've been into 10 straight regionals. They're used to playing on Sunday to have a chance to go to a super regional, and that's what we want. And so we're hoping that this is the new standard for our program. We expect to be playing on Sunday to go to a super regional.
Walter, after watching for almost all of 3 games, how much were you itching to go in there and pumped at the time?
I was very pumped up. I've been used a decent amount all year, but we've been just trusting all of our guys, and so it's been awesome to watch everyone pitch. But yeah, I was definitely ready to go, and so once my number was called, I went and I did it. Yeah.
Eddie, how much after you turned your ankle look like on the bag on that first one? How much were you gutting out the rest of the game?
Oh, it was just a small little tweak on the bag. It wasn't too much. You can't really feel it when you're pulling for the guys next to you. So a lot of adrenaline, big moment for us. So it wasn't too big of a problem.
He's being modest right now. He just gutted it out. He gutted it out. He told me, don't even think about taking me out of this game. And everyone was like, do we need to take Eddie out of the game? I said, nope. He said, don't even think about it. So.
Yeah, Coach, going with Walter when he did and pitching incredible way he finished. That sidearm delivery, was that something, hey, you feel these guys can't hit that sidearm delivery?
Well, we like the fact that we have a back-end guy in Walter who does have a unique look, but we were just, we had just decided this whole tournament today, we said we're going to our best guys in any situation, the guys that we feel are pitching the best right now, and that was, Isaac, Waddy, and Walter, and we had hoped that Isaac and Waddy came out, and it worked as planned. Game 1 worked as planned. Game 3 worked as planned. Game 2 didn't. So we have plans going in, and the situation came up, and then he executed it.
And then moving Eddie up in the order, and then having Diaz in the lineup and having Crenshaw in the lineup, all those guys delivered.
Yeah, and it was a bit of matchups, but also I just, I was sitting down up early this morning, and I started to write the lineup out, and I just thought to myself, this guy right here is taking our best at-bats, and he's been great. The reason, it seemed like the 7 hole's been coming up in such big spots, and he's been producing, but I said to myself this morning after I wrote the first draft of the lineup at 7 a.m., I said, you know what, if this is the last game of the year, I want Eddie up as much as possible, and so I'm glad I made that decision early this morning.
Any more questions? All right, thank you, guys.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
You got more, Nathan?
Oh, I'm ready.